Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into yet another dramatic chapter in South Africa's fast-evolving political theatre, and this time, the spotlight falls squarely on the MK party. The young, fiery movement that once promised to shake up the system is now being accused of shaking itself apart. The latest scandal. The sudden removal of Honourable David Skosana from Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee, in what insiders are calling a desperate attempt to clean up the party's public image after a string of embarrassing moments. Let's unpack what happened, and trust me, it's a story that mixes politics, personality clashes, and a touch of comedy that even Parliament couldn't ignore. According to a leaked internal memo signed by MK Party Chief Whip, Honourable Colleen Makhubele, Skosana has been officially removed from his committee duties with immediate effect. The same memo announced that Makhubele herself will step into the role, a move that has sparked both applause and outrage within the party. To some, this is a show of strong leadership; to others, it's a power grab disguised as reform. Now, why was Skosana removed so abruptly? It all goes back to a recent parliamentary session that quickly turned into a viral sensation. During the committee proceedings, Skosana appeared visibly lost and struggled to deliver his questions. Viewers watching the live broadcast couldn't believe what they were seeing. At one point, he reportedly began reading from what appeared to be an AI-generated script, yes, artificial intelligence, leading General Nanla Mkhwanatsi to respond, dryly and with visible confusion, "I didn't hear much of what you said." The room erupted in laughter, but behind the humor lay something more serious: questions about MK's readiness to handle the business of Parliament. That moment didn't just embarrass Skosana. It cast a shadow over the entire MK party's parliamentary credibility. Critics quickly pounced, calling it proof that the party's representatives are unprepared and lacking political depth. Within days, the video had been shared across social media platforms, becoming yet another meme in the growing list of MK party blunders. As one political commentator joked online, "If ChatGPT can save you in Parliament, maybe you shouldn't be there." But inside the MK party, no one was laughing. Reports suggest that tension had already been building for weeks. Senior members had grown frustrated with the party's direction, or, as some put it, the lack thereof. Complaints about weak coordination, confusing communication, and no clear policy framework had become common. So when the Skosana incident went public, it was the final straw. Something, or someone, had to go. Chief Whip Makhubele's move to replace Skosana was immediate and calculated. She framed it as a leadership decision aimed at restoring order and professionalism. But in political circles, her decision is seen as more complex. Some believe she is trying to save face for the party before Parliament and the public lose complete confidence. Others say it's a quiet purge, an attempt to centralize authority under her name as she positions herself as the adult in the MK room. And make no mistake, the MK party's parliamentary journey so far has been anything but smooth. Since entering the National Assembly, the party has battled internal disputes, walkouts, miscommunication, and even questions about who's really in charge. Jacob Zuma, the face of the MK party, remains largely in the background, while figures like Makhubele are left to manage the daily chaos of political reality. A senior parliamentary observer summed it up perfectly: this is less about discipline and more about damage control. The MK party needs to show it can take Parliament seriously. Right now, it looks like a movement that came to fight but forgot to study the rule book. And that's a harsh truth, because in politics, perception is everything. Once voters start seeing you as disorganized or unserious, it's very hard to recover. Still, Makhubele's decision might give the party a short-term win. By stepping into the committee herself, she's showing a willingness to lead from the front, something many young political parties struggle with. It sends a message of accountability, but also of personal ambition. Some insiders believe Makhubele is quietly building her own reputation as a competent, reform-minded figure within the MK party, potentially setting the stage for bigger ambitions down the line. Meanwhile, David Skosana's future remains uncertain. For now, he's been sidelined, and party insiders say he's unlikely to return to a key position anytime soon. Whether he'll stay in Parliament or fade quietly into the background is anyone's guess. But his name will likely be remembered, not for legislative brilliance, but for that one viral clip that turned a serious parliamentary session into a late-night comedy reel. Beyond the laughs, though, there's a deeper issue. The MK party entered Parliament with huge expectations. Many of its supporters saw it as the voice of the forgotten, the true radical opposition ready to challenge both the ANC and the DA. But after months of confusion, infighting, and headline-grabbing missteps, that revolutionary image is starting to crack. For a movement built on the legacy of Jacob Zuma and the promise of political rebellion, the current turmoil feels like a warning sign. South African politics is no stranger to internal drama. The ANC, EFF, and DA have all had their fair share. But for a new party like MK, the margin for error is razor thin. Every blunder, every misstep, and every viral clip shapes how the public sees them. And right now, that perception isn't flattering. So where does the MK party go from here? Can Colleen Makhubele's hands-on approach bring stability, or will it trigger new divisions? Can the party recover from what's increasingly seen as a credibility crisis? And most importantly, can it prove that it's more than just a protest movement with microphones and slogans? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, the honeymoon phase for the MK party is officially over. The spotlight is on, the cameras are rolling, and every mistake now comes with national attention. As one analyst put it, in politics, you can't hide behind the struggle forever. At some point, you have to govern, or at least look like you can. What's your take on this? Was Colleen Makhubele right to remove Skosana? Or is this just another sign that the MK party is falling apart before it even finds its feet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into South Africa's latest political shake-up, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next update. We've got more on the MK party, the new tensions, and all the latest twists from Parliament coming your way soon. Thanks for watching, stay informed, and as always, see you next time.